AJ Brown. Not again, big dog. It's always something with this dude, right? It's always something. And I try to let some things slide. I really do. But at this point, I mean, unfortunately, I got to talk about it, right? Unfortunately, I got to talk about AJ Brown again. Like, man, this is just this. Oh my God, it's a headache, right? We also have Johnathan Gannon coming into town, and this dude has me really heated. Okay, so I'm gonna throw AJ Brown in the beginning of this stream, and I'm gonna get right into Johnathan Gannon because I again, he's a guy. I wanted him gone. Nobody listened. He cost us in the Super Bowl, right? So we're gonna get into this. This really is a Johnathan Gannon stream, okay? But AJ Brown, I have to. I have to. Those are the two topics. Those are the two topics. I'm Weapon X. This is the Voice of the Eagles show. And like always, God bless those Philadelphia Eagles. But enough of that. Let's get right into the live stream. AJ Brown again. Listen to me, fellas. AJ Brown he's always in the middle with a drama with the Philadelphia Eagles. It's always something. Okay. I've chronicled this in my in my other live streams. Okay. I can't, I'm not gonna pile on, right? I just want to talk about him not speaking to the media. This is your second day in a row. Okay. Second day in a within the week, you haven't spoke with the media. Like, I mean, you haven't spoke with the media. Okay, the first time, cool. All right. But now again, now you're not speaking to the media again. This is your obligation. We already have multiple instances of AJ Brown being upset during wins. During a this is a playoff win against the Giants. You're upset, bro. What do you have? What do you have to be upset about? We're 11-4. And this is recently. This is week 2, week 3, earlier in the season. There's an exchange with him, Jalen Hurts, and so man, this has been going on. Okay, this has been going on. I wanted them done. I wanted them gone when this first happened. Okay, when the playoffs, I brushed it aside, the playoffs, because I'm like, man, we're in the playoffs, we're winning. I didn't really think too much of it. I like my receiver to have this type of energy. I'm not gonna lie to you. I love the energy, but bro got to know how to like redirect this to the field or something. Seriously, it's too much of a distraction, man. Okay, it's too much of a distraction. It's just a distraction. Here he is talking to Jalen Hurts. They having their back and forth. This was week. It was like, it wasn't even a month into the season. I'm like, you know what? Let's get him out of here. Okay. Because the drama, I feel like you have to, this should never be aired. We should never see this. This should happen. This is your best friend, Jalen Hurts. This should happen at the crib while y'all playing pool or whatever, while y'all somewhere else. It should not happen while the world is watching. You see a lot, it shouldn't happen like this. We should know nothing about this. Okay, this is messy, bro. I'm telling you, this is the telltale signs of a receiver. Man, it's just I was already done with him. So you can only imagine how I feel as of right now. I was already done with AJ Brown when this first happened. And then he started going on a tear. I started to figure out, okay, the team offensively, they're struggling, right? They're going through a rough patch throughout the whole season. It started with the red zone, and it's just like it's not, but they're still productive. He has over 1,000 yards receiving. Devontae Smith over 1,000 yards receiving. Jalen Hurts is about to have 4,000. Yo, I don't understand. What is the Jalen Hurts is about to have 4,000 passing yards, so they cannot say he's not a passer anymore. What is wrong? AJ Brown, everybody's eating, bro. Everybody's eating. Everybody, because you're successful. Okay, business is booming, bro. What's the problem? We're 11-4. Why aren't you talking to the media? It really hurts because I don't know for sure what's going on, but I'm gonna piece it together. I'm gonna piece it together. I have to. I'm gonna piece it together, and because we have to figure out what the hell is going on with this team. We really do. We have to figure out, and when this first happened, my whole mindset was, hey, AJ Brown, this doesn't look good. I mean, it's like I feel like you have to get rid of it early. And as the season progresses, I mean, we're struggling. We're struggling. Seriously. The numbers don't show it, but we're struggling a bit. And so it's going to come out eventually. We're going to figure out what's going on. But right now, I know when something's off, and I know when coaches. I know when a coach can't. I know when a coach is struggling. When a coach cannot coach, I know it. You can't hide that because with a great coach, you can plug anybody in your system. Okay, if you can't do that in a system, I don't believe in what the head coach is selling to me. All right. Right now, we're doing it pretty much off talent alone, just because we have a lot of better players. And in the playoffs, that's not how you win. It's all about winning. And things are going. It looks to me as though there are some things that can hinder the Philadelphia Eagles from winning a Super Bowl, honestly. And it's going to start in a locker room. And I wanted it cut down immediately because once the locker room is in, you're done. Okay. When it's like locker turmoil and nobody knows, we don't know what's going on, but it's from what I'm sensing. Okay. It started with AJ Brown at week 3, week 4. That was when I wanted them traded. And now when you fast forward to right now, there's been more. I mean, wait, hear me out. This is not the only. I mean, these guys have been visual, like you can see them frustrated, right?
About the fact that this is the welcome back.
You can
to
see
Los
them
Angeles,
frustrated.
The Eagles have a 3-point lead. We heard Greg Olsen talk about the fact that this is the guy that can take the top off the defense, Devontae Smith. That has not happened. Take a look at this picture as he walks the entire length of the field. 2 targets, no catches. Nick Sirianni caught.
These guys are frustrated, man. These guys are frustrated. Okay, they're frustrated. All right, you see them on the sideline. They're clearly visually frustrated. Okay. Like, and I get that's part of it. That's part of it. You're gonna go through these type of things, okay? But AJ Brown, the fact that you're not speaking to the media and he's saying I don't have anything good to say. How? We just clinched a playoff berth. Why is the tension so thick in the locker room and with the team? Okay. I mean, golly, Jalen Hurts is about to have 4,000 not receiving yards. He's about to have 4,000 passing yards. He already has 4,000 total yards. Okay, over 30 passing touchdowns. I mean, they're having an amazing season statistically. We have 2,000-yard receivers, 1,000-yard running back. I mean, a 4,000-yard passing quarterback, bro, that is unbelievable. That is unbelievable. I'm not going to lie to you. That is miraculous. I'll be honest. That is unbelievable. If coming in, okay, I would probably have had a slight pushback, but that's the standard right now. And for that to actually happen, for everybody to eat, because last year it was the same numbers, it was pretty much the same, right? I don't Jalen Hurts didn't hit 4,000 passing yards, but I mean everybody's eating. So at the end of the day, the players should be happy. Okay. They should be happy they're eating. Everybody is getting theirs. Okay. But now, if we're going to win a Super Bowl, I don't know how. See, because this type of stuff can glue a team together. That's undeniable, right? But I don't know if that's the case with this team. It's too much. Like you see it, and we're seeing it often. Okay, you look at last week. That last week wasn't the first time this happened. Okay, this has been going on throughout the entire season. That's my thing. This has been going on throughout the entire season. Okay, it's a lot of tension on this team. I don't feel like this locker room our locker room isn't gelling. It's not. There's some disconnect there from coaching to there's something up. Like seriously, and I can't. I'm going to always look at AJ Brown, okay, because I seen it early on. It started with him. I'm gonna be honest. That was the first time I've seen any. That's the first time I've seen it. I'll be honest. Okay, it started with AJ Brown. Any kind of sideline like activity, as far as like a lot of emotions or whatever. Okay, but I think, man, and even it's really tough for me to like call him a cancer to the locker room, but I've seen it with T.O. Okay, I've seen it with T.O. Terrell Owens, like, man, oh my God. Terrell Owens. Here's the thing, okay? If you were a fan long enough, okay, this Terrell, they say history repeats itself, okay? T.O. is AJ Brown. T.O. is AJ Brown. Okay. It's way too eerie for me. Donovan McNabb, Terrell Owens were best friends for the most part. You know, I've seen clips of them at the Pro Bowl, you know, saying how, man, they don't want to see us together. And when it actually happened, you don't understand how happy I was when we got Terrell Owens, right? It was the same way when we got AJ Brown, right? This is AJ Brown, okay? But here's the thing: I've seen this same type of thing. I was a fan. Fortunately for me, right? And it's an amazing experience to have been a fan of the Philadelphia Eagles for as long as I have been a fan of the Philadelphia Eagles. Like it's really a wild experience, okay? So to be a fan for as long as I've been a fan, and to witness like a whole, bro, this and it's AJ Brown and the whole AJ Brown, Jalen Hurts, you know, and T.O. and Donovan McNabb. It's too eerie. It looks way too similar, man. Okay, they both were buddies. AJ Brown is is Jalen Hurts' best friend. McNabb and T.O. were tight, man. Okay. Hey, it all looks too eerie for me, and that's part of why I'm so. And I didn't want T.O. to be traded. I was always upset that T.O. was traded. Like I wanted T.O. on the team, man, to have a Terrell Owens. And I think that's why a lot of the fans, that's where our vision is kind of messed up, okay? Because we know how it was when we had Terrell Owens. But as like if you're gonna get on the internet, okay, and create content for people to actually, you have to give the whole scoop. Okay. Some of the stuff he doesn't look. He came at Lord Brunson. He came at Lord Brunson, and we all know Lord Brunson. He definitely he's probably one of the top content creators. So I mean, bro, what like this is like AJ Brown is really like he owned it. He's like, bro, he's like he's on a different kind of time than everybody else. He's really he's like that. I like the energy, but I just don't. As long as it doesn't, because at the end of the day, it's all about the Philadelphia Eagles. It's not the Philadelphia Eagles, Jalen Hurts. It's not the Philadelphia Eagles, AJ Browns. It's the Philadelphia Eagles. All I care about is this. Is this right? And getting back to another one of these. That's all I care about. Okay, this is all I care about. The Eagles and getting back to a Super Bowl. This is the one, and especially we just lost. This is our get back. I don't want to see you like. I don't want to see no. There should be no drama. There should be really no turmoil. And when it comes as far as the locker room, because if we're not connected, if we're not jailed, you're together as a team, you're not winning a Super Bowl. It's not gonna happen, right? So, and if the locker room can the locker room get it together in 2 weeks? Because the talent is there. I don't whatever is happening on the field. I don't care about anything that's happening on the field at this point. I don't care about anything that's happening on the field at this point. Because the stats are there. They're doing a good job on the field. It's something internally that is causing this team to look bad, and the turnovers, and it's definitely whatever it is in the locker room, and I'm not sure what's going on. Nobody really knows, but it's something. And I just wish that wasn't the case, man. Okay, we need a team that's like close knit and united. I mean, what you did what you I mean you would go get Alabama players and Georgia players. So what if it just turns to an Alabama versus Georgia? No, I'm joking. That's I don't know how the locker room. I don't know how the chemistry in the locker room is all off balance right now. That's the thing. The chemistry is off. The chemistry is really like bad. Yeah, the chemistry is terrible. The chemistry is horrible. Uh it's man, that's you're not going anywhere with this type of chemistry in the locker room. Okay, you're not gonna make it. No team ever does. It just don't won't work. It won't work. Okay, there's multiple instances to where these guys are back and forth on the sideline. Okay, and my whole thing is it starts with AJ Brown. It starts with him. Man, I don't know if he's trying to get his team fired up or whatever, man. And I know a lot of this is just preconceived because I really don't know what's going on, but I'm trying to figure it out on the go. But I'll tell you one thing. I'll tell you one thing is for sure. Johnathan Gannon. Johnathan Gannon. I mean, I knew he was off. Okay. I knew he was off. All right. And that's a guy I wanted gone. Let's just get right into Johnathan Gannon. Okay. Janet, whatever his name is. I don't even care about this dude. Like, I'm mad I'm even talking about him. Johnathan Gannon. lost us the Super Bowl. Johnathan Gannon lost us the Super Bowl. Okay? Johnathan Gannon lost us the Super Bowl. Gaming with Cody. Let's get into some comments real quick. And we're going to get right into I'm going to read some comments, and I got to get into Johnathan Gannon. I have to. Tony says facts. Philly First says someone smoking that bud in here, yo. Too many prideful, ego-driven players and coaches on his team. You say, come on, Cardinals. Cardinals not winning. If you think the Cardinals winning, I don't know what's going on with you. He's a little diva. Yeah, man, he's a diva for sure. But again, if it's whatever's going on with the locker room, these guys need to fix it, man. They need to fix it fast because the playoffs is here. They have to fix it because it's going to come out what's going on eventually. Okay, it's going to happen. What's going on? It's going to come out sooner than later. And you can't run from the media. That's my thing. AJ Brown running from the media is a big thing. Okay, it's huge because you're running. Hey, this is my last thing. My last topic. My last thing about AJ Brown. Okay, I'm gonna read some little more of the comments though, real quick. It was that Steelers game in 2004 that messed us up. What happened that game? The 2004 Steelers game. Wait, hold on. I shouldn't. The 2004 Steelers game. I remember us playing the Ravens, the Steelers. Bro, I got that whole season on cassette tapes on VHS. I trust that we will get it together. I mean, that's all we can really do is hope that they'll figure it out. But there's definitely some in the locker room. They have to, you know. But for AJ Brown, he's also a captain. Yeah. Okay. He's a captain. He's a leader on the team. Bro, this is unacceptable, man. You can't not. Is it that bad that you can't speak to the media? It's that bad that AJ Brown refused to speak to the media for 2 games in a row. Yeah, man, where there's smoke, there's fire. And you can call me you guys can call me all type of names or get mad or whatever, man. I'm just saying it's something that it's a lot going on right now. And I can't not speak on it because it's too alarming. It's too alarming. Why don't you want to talk to the media? That's just as important as your performance on the field. Right? If you guys don't understand that, because I know all we care about is these guys running around fast, doing stuff to, entertain us. Okay, yeah, cool. That's what they but a huge portion of their job is PR. Okay, you have to have public relations. I mean, that all of that has to be intact. Okay, it's just as important. So you're out when there's a time where during the season you are obligated. It's in your contract that you have to talk to the media. Okay, you have to talk to them. Yeah, people skip but bro, you have to, bro. You have to. Okay. And if I'm not mistaken, I think there was a time where he didn't speak to the media, but I don't think it was actually put out there. Okay. So I don't know if he, I can't really confirm it, but there's a point where I didn't hear from AJ Brown for like probably the whole week until like probably a Saturday or something. I'm like, what the heck? But yeah, these guys have schedules of when they have to talk to you. Right? They have to. And for it to be twice. The first time I get it, bro. Fresh off a game. But for the second time, man, I was like, I just had to, you know what I'm saying? I had to really say something. But a lot of people don't want to make too big of a deal of anything, and you don't. But when it piles up, when it comprises of something that shows a bigger picture, it's like, okay, naturally, I'm gonna start piecing stuff together because I need to know what the hell is going on with my team. All right, because I'm rooting for you guys to win a Super Bowl. So I mean, I have to figure out what's our possible weaknesses or what's going on. Last year there was none. We had some problems, but the team was just so dominant. I never felt this way. Like I feel like everything was good. Okay. Everything was good on the field. Like everything was just perfect. There's a lot of drama and turmoil. Um, and sometimes you got to part ways with players. Okay. You don't. Can we afford AJ Brown and Devontae Smith? We will get it together by playoffs. We got to. We got to. Like you said, the first side of Discord was AJ at Hurts a few games ago. First time I've ever seen that in season. And it's continuing. Yeah, it's continuing, bro. And the thing is, right, I have all of them pretty much documented. Okay. Honestly, this is just kind of weird that I do. But everything that's been going on the on field, I have it. I have documentation. Oh, I miss some stuff. Don't get me wrong. I miss some stuff because I just try to get the real obvious, whatever's obvious out. But there's some other stuff I see that um yeah, this is this happened earlier in the season. AJ Brown was really livid. I don't know if it's because like they're not playing well and he's trying to fire them up. I hope that's the case, man. Because I don't know this is like so crazy, bro. The fact that I'm speculating. That's what I hate the most. I hate the fact that I have to speculate. I want to just know what's going on with this team. Okay. We know play calling is trash, and play calling could be better. The coaching staff could be better, right? This coaching staff is extremely underwhelmed. They need a legit play caller. Okay, if they had a legitimate play caller, okay, it'd be entirely different. Man, it'd be crazy. I'm telling you right now, it'd be unbelievable. Because now you could plug anybody in, and we wouldn't have to worry about because Devontae Smith and AJ Brown, we're not going to have both of these receivers. If you think we're going to actually allocate what 20 million a piece to two receivers, bro, okay. And when whoever goes in the free agent market, they're going to get paid. So you're going to have to pay a premium of. It's going to start at like 25 million. Okay, Devontae Smith, if he decides to hit free agency, yeah, he's definitely going. Because first off, he's good, and there's not going to be a better receiver on the market. They're going to overpay for him. AJ Brown hits the mark. Somebody is going to. Well, AJ is under contract, but his cap hit. If you trade AJ, if we would have traded AJ Brown this season, or if somebody would have traded for him, the cap hit would have been really low for them. All right, as the years progress, all the money is on a back end. So, at a certain point, we're going to be stuck with AJ Brown after this year. He's going to be 27. Let's say he starts declining or whatever. From here, from this year to next year is our only window to trade for him. Okay. Outside of that, eventually you're going to have to restructure that money because maybe he's going to want more of the back end, or maybe because you can always pull from that. But however they do it, these contracts they're coming up. You got Devontae Smith is definitely up for a contract. They could pick up his fifth year option. And I don't know how players feel about that. They want to get paid. So I don't know if you pick up his fifth year option and then you guys negotiate. But with Devontae Smith, just get it out the way, because I'm on the market, because it's coming. It's coming. It's going to happen. Okay, it's not like look how we lost Chauncey Gardner-Johnson in free agency, Javon Hargrave, T.J. Edwards, Marcus. You lose people in free agency. Okay, Devontae Smith we're not going to have these guys long anyway. So everybody's like, oh, there's what the thought of trading AJ Brown, bro. He's not going to be here that long anyway. Okay, you're not going to keep both of those guys, so we're going to have to pick eventually. And okay, by next year, Devontae Smith, you're going to have to pay him. I don't think you're paying Devontae Smith. Okay, you're paying him. If not, you don't want to drag that on. Maybe Devontae Smith will take some 15. If Devontae Smith take 15 mil a year, he's really underdog. He's really underserving himself. I know he's not going to do that. He's lowballing himself. He's going to cost about 20 million a year. On the market, he can get AJ Brown money. Okay, he can get that $100 million contract. He can definitely get that, in my opinion. So we're not gonna. Again, you're not gonna allocate that much money into one position group. There's no way you do that. So eventually, you're going to have. I mean, this is not going to last. Okay, they're not. I mean, you just can't. You can't. Honestly, I don't think so. Because DeAndre Swift, you're gonna have to pay DeAndre Swift. The Jalen Hurts contract is going to become more expensive next year. It's going Jalen Hurts contract kicks in next year. So golly, this is going to be tough, man. Okay, it's going to be rough. There's guys on defense. Slay and Bradbury, they took up a really nice chunk of our cap. I don't have the cap numbers in front of me, but outside of that, you're gonna have to pay Hassan Reddick. And you just use the young talent defensively. But offensively, man, I don't know how they're not going to be able to keep these two receivers. Trust me. I promise you they're not. I mean, you can't. Well, if they do, you got your O-line and we're all locked in there. Because if you pay these two receivers, or with these two receivers, their contracts, and you pay Devontae Smith, and I don't know how long you can pair them together. Okay, so draft capital for AJ Brown. That's what the Titans did. We can't fall in love here, bro. That's what the Titans did. The Titans got a first rounder for AJ Brown and went and got a younger receiver. That's how you do it, man, honestly. But I really think AJ Brown, I don't know. I think he I don't know, man. I want them to fix it. I hate to say to trade the guy, but that's go get some capital for him at this point. Go get some capital for him. Get some draft capital. That's my honest. Like you said, the first sign of discord. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, exactly. He said 42-19. Bro, we barely beat the Giants. What the fuck does he has to say? Y'all reaching, you do. Oh, wait. Hold on, wait. This is not huge. AJ Brown. Let me see the comments. Okay, AJ Brown is not a diva, bro. He's a competitor. If you are a competitor, you understand. Everybody competes. Okay, everybody competes. I don't think this has. What does this have to do with being a competitor? You go compete on the field. It doesn't translate to off the field. Off the field. So it's not even about competition. That's crazy. This is not huge. You're doing too much. Y'all reaching. Explain. Did you pay your bet up yet? What are you talking about, bro? All right, somebody just talking. Okay. Philly, you say like multiple players does this, bro. They take the fine and move on. Multiple players do it. Who? It does. I mean, I don't care. Multiple players. What about on the Philadelphia Eagles? Who's done it? Not a lot of, not a lot of, not a lot of players skip media, and if they do, it's not publicized. It's not made a big deal. Okay. All right. So I mean, this is not something that happens often on the Philadelphia. This really doesn't happen quite often on the Philadelphia Eagles. Okay. Again, I told you, bro, there's schedules in which they have to meet with the media. you ever think that AJ Brown doesn't want to talk because he doesn't want to call nobody out? But look, bro, here's the thing, man. You're being paid $100 million. Okay, this is part of your job. Okay, this is part of your job. And I mean, to miss one, right? But then to double back and miss another one, now you have to. It's not like this is not like his he missed two in a row, bro. He missed two in a row. He missed two in a row. There's questions they want to ask you about the game, what's going on. Like, bro, this is important. This is not like I mean, I don't know. There's you look at Marshawn Lynch, right? He was saying, what was Marshawn Lynch saying? I'm just here so I don't get fined. That was huge, right? Because this is an important element of your job, bro. The media, you have to speak to the media, bro. It's in your contract. Okay, so it may sound like it's not a big of a deal. No, okay, you missed one, cool. But when you miss two and then you missed three, and now it's like, bro, what the hell is going on? We haven't heard from AJ Brown. Bro, it really is a thing. Like, this is not. Oh man, bro. It's just so much that's been like, it's not just right. People, I don't know, they make it seem like you're over exaggerating when there's a plethora of shit that's been going on that they not even privy to. So it's like, bro, how you can't really argue with me, bro. Like, this is like I cover this shit, right? So a lot of people are casuals and new fans, and but disagreements are cool. I like them, so it's all fun. He's willing to take the fine. Yeah, the fine ain't nothing. I wouldn't. I mean, it is what it is. Players come and go. The Eagles are the only thing that remains. Exactly. So that's really what it's all about. Y'all sound crazy talking about getting rid of. All right, bro. I don't even care. I see. Wait, let me see if you making any sense with your comment. Y'all sound crazy talking about getting rid of AJ Brown, dog. This man is a dog, and he gets paid to be the man. Bro, that sounds so. Like, you sound like a casual, bro. Like, that's what I mean. There's no substance in what you just said to even stimulate the conversation, bro. I'm not and would never disrespect my squad, but I've bled green long enough to where I can express disappointment. Yeah, exactly. And I mean, I'm gonna say however I feel. Period. I'm gonna say however I feel, and yeah, bro. I'm gonna say how I feel about the team. I got the right to do so, right? I'm saying, because I'm a supporter, right? I make them. I'm saying, I make them. I make them money as well because I push their brand, and I'm pushing their brand. Everything that I post or talk about is about them. So that just bring like, right. So, I mean, at the end of the day, is essentially feel like I work for them. Bro. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like I'm benefiting the Philadelphia Eagles. All right, anytime you type in or say anything about them, and unfortunately, my whole channel and everything is like revolves around the Philadelphia Eagles. So it's what I mean. So I'm tapped in, regardless of whoever trying. Come on, man. I know what I'm talking about. I'm usually right. I'm right more than I'm wrong. All right, because I've been talking about the AJ Brown thing, and it's just continued to fester. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, this really like, oh, okay. But I'm telling you, this could turn out to be a real problem. It could turn out to be a real problem. Okay. And those are the things that a lot of people, they're not, they don't really, they don't really speak on, want to see. Okay. It's kind of like you got to pander to your fan base. I'm not pandering to nobody. Okay. I'm not trying to say everything that you want to hear so that, no, this AJ Brown shit is like really getting out of hand, bro. Buddy needs to just chill. I don't know, man. He's definitely a diva, bro. Dude is definitely a diva, man. Okay, dude was definitely a diva. If you guys watch like my part 1 and part 2, the trade AJ Brown, I did those live streams way earlier in the year. So you know what I'm saying, you can get more of a idea of pretty much you know what I'm saying, why I feel like we should trade him. But this is just like a saga. This is like a saga, bro. This is like it's just gonna continue and continue and continue. And we'll see what happens. Igor showing up, that can't be fixed. Wait, Johnathan Gannon is back. Yeah, we play him. We play him against Arizona. We play him. He's the Arizona head coach now. If anything, we were with Smitty. Yeah, exactly. What's up, G-Lo? If anything, we were with Smitty. You got to. He's younger. He's more talented, right? But you're gonna need like another like big body receiver like an AJ Brown if you do decide to. But yeah, we don't got long with this team. Okay, so they're gonna have to figure it out offensively and get a Super Bowl. The sense of urgency is real, and it's like really after this year, I think the window is like, man, unless how we work some magic or like in our rookies pan out, we got about, man, this is the year we gonna have to. We just lost one. That was the year to win it. But okay, teams usually win one and lose one. All right. We lost one. Now let's go win it. Okay. And then we'll break even. And then after that, you can figure out how to start rebuilding your team completely and getting younger. But bro, right now, this is the only year, bro. We don't need anything to hinder us from that. Okay. Well, if there's a problem, a player, anything, a coach on this team that's going to hinder us from winning the Super Bowl, I don't want no parts of him. Nick Sirianni, he's the guy that he doesn't really do much as a he's not a top 10. He's not a top 5 head coach. I don't know if he's top 10. He might be barely top 10. But I mean, he doesn't call. I don't know how he even became the head coach. I mean, or even an offensive coordinator. He doesn't call plays. So it's like, dude, what do you really do, man? Right? I did a whole segment on Nick Sirianni. I ain't gonna get into Nick Sirianni, but AJ Brown, he was just after the whole AJ Brown thing earlier in the season. He was definitely the locker room just hasn't been right. You know, Nick Sirianni, man, I'm really tapped out on all the drama. Seriously, but we'll see. It's gonna come out, right? You talk about Johnathan Gannon. All right, I said the same. Okay, a lot of people wanted Johnathan Gannon gone. I'm not gonna lie, but with Johnathan Gannon, I was saying the same thing.
One here,
I knew Johnathan Gannon was the weakest link on our team. Okay, I wanted him gone so bad, man. Okay, and I'll tell you with Johnathan Gannon, I'll tell you why I wanted Johnathan Gannon out of here. It was this one clip of him. He's pretty much saying, making a joke about using Hassan Reddick the wrong way, and I was like, what? He wasn't using Hassan Reddick. He was dropping Hassan Reddick in coverage, and Hassan Reddick he ended the year with like 20 plus sacks combined. So he's having an amazing year. But if Johnathan Gannon would have been using him right, he could have possibly won the defensive player of the year. And they asked him about it. And he joked about not using Hassan Reddick correctly. So when I heard him say that, I wanted him gone. I want you guys to listen to it.
Might get the collar.
Hassan Reddick deserves consideration as a defensive player of the year.
I mean, he's one of the best players in the NFL. I would say that. And, you know, if I didn't drop him so much, he'd probably have 25.
Is that a shot at us?
Yeah, so when he made a joke about Hassan Reddick not being utilized right, it's just like, dude, you're the one like calling up the scheme for him to make plays. So if you're joking about not using him right, you know, it's like, yeah, I was completely out on Johnathan Gannon, but he returns to the Philadelphia Eagles to play us, and yeah, he's a head coach. I didn't, you know, he already with Johnathan Gannon, I was early on to, I knew like this guy is definitely not a good defensive coordinator, right? Not a good defensive coordinator. You look at the Cardinals, they suck so bad. They're in a rebuild, but still, they beat the Dallas Cowboys, but still, trade AJ to the Ravens. I don't think they're gonna trade him. They're just gonna deal with it, right? They're just gonna deal with it. We're just gonna deal with AJ Brown. All right. I mean, this fan base is like the Philadelphia Eagles fan base. Let me just speak on this real quick. They sound so, and it's an indictment on Howie Roseman. This is an indictment on Howie Roseman. The franchise, the whole entire argument of not trading AJ Brown or keeping AJ Brown is because the fact that we had to go through years with not having a receiver. Okay. And they name all the receivers that we didn't, that didn't pan out in the draft. Like we were picking Jalen Reagor over a Justin Jefferson. We were picking, guys that were like bust in the first round or early in the second round when we could have got a DK Metcalf. We could have got so when they bring up these players that we didn't, the receivers that we had, you got to look at Howie Roseman. So that's not our fault. If the Philadelphia Eagles would have drafted Justin Jefferson because they could have drafted him, we don't have this conversation at all. Okay, we don't have this conversation at all. Or if we drafted a DK Metcalf, right? But the Philadelphia Eagles, they're extremely like it's a mindset to where they feel like they don't want to lose AJ Brown, right? It's like they so afraid of, because they know how bad it was when we didn't have a receiver. So they would compromise the integrity of the entire team for one dude, right? They would sacrifice the integrity of the entire team for one person. And it's like, yeah, we're like, bro, it's crazy. And they see it, right? So they know, like, all right, this dude's coming out like he's not even a diva. He's a distraction. That's the thing. You're a distraction to the team when you do these type of things, bro. Right? You don't want to be a distraction, AJ Brown, because now you're distracting everybody else in the main goal. Right? And that's what anybody on the team. AJ Brown is a huge distraction, bro. He's been a distraction right now. You guarantee you see in the grand scheme of things, it's like, oh, it's not a big deal. But that's a casual perspective, man. That's when I was a casual Philadelphia Eagles fan, right? When I wasn't making content about the Philadelphia Eagles, I would think the same way, right? But when you start seeing trends and bro, you're looking at like you getting reads off everything and information from everybody. You kind of you in a more of a you got more of a insight in a way, right? So this is not just people. I talk to people too that's inside of the Philadelphia Eagles camp or whatever. I mean, how would you not? Social media is big, bro. Like, I mean, you can get in contact with anybody. So there's a lot of stuff that goes on in the world, like, but this AJ Brown, I'm telling you, man, AJ Brown is really, bro. Here's the thing, man. The playoffs is literally 2 weeks, not even that. However long it is, this is where it all matters, man. This is where it all matters, and I don't want to see the team going through this right now when we're about to go into the playoffs. They cutting it thin, man. Like it's like, whoa, this is getting too close to, bro. I'm damn near in panic mode, honestly, right? Because I've been watching this the entire season. It's not like something that AJ Brown missed two media, right? He missed two media days or whatever. Okay. It's been stuff way before this one incident. Like, come on, man. Just go talk to them people. Because you're gonna have to talk to them eventually. Just go talk to them. You're going to have to talk to them. And the longer you wait, the worse it gets. Like, you can't hide from the Philadelphia Eagles media. Like, that's like something like, man, bro, that's like you gotta keep your cool, right? Regardless, you can't hide from them, man. It's gonna makes it worse. That makes it worse. You said I don't blame him. Bad timing for sure, man. Horrible timing. Oh, horrible timing. Horrible. And it's the locker room is just the locker room is I'll tell you, bro. The locker room. I've never seen anything like it, man. I've never seen any like. I mean, with a playoff team that's doing really well. The fact that they're still winning games despite going through all of the things that they're going through, that's really impressive. But man, I don't know how much is going. I'm always optimistic, but man, bro, it doesn't look good for the Philadelphia Eagles, bro. It don't. But we're in good shape right now because we can easily beat the Cardinals and the Giants. But I don't know. I can't say that we beat the Cardinals. Like, if you're looking at how we've been playing, right? The Giants are the worst team in the NFL, okay? So, I mean, it's hard for you to even look at that game and say, right, but they won it. They could have lost it. They could have easily won it. It's like so up and down with this team, bro. But for the most part, what's been a thing, they know how to look good at looking bad. And sometimes they look bad and looking good. It's like, damn, they did something. It looks good, but it's just so, bro. I don't really know how to read this team, and it's the locker room dysfunction, man. That's what's killing it, and I don't know what it is. Like, it's been going on the entire season. Just fix it, please, fix it, or we're not winning a Super Bowl. I don't know. I can't. This is all speculation, right? Because I don't really know what's happening. But if you wonder what's the difference between last year to this year, it's the locker room. The locker room is different. It's a different locker room, man. And our locker room is a mess. It is. I think a lot of it has to do with the coach. I do as well. I'm off of the Nick Sirianni hype train, bro. I want him gone. Right, AJ Brown. We're not gonna have him too much longer anyway. So I mean, Let's find upgrades. All right. We're getting some good years out of AJ Brown, but how many good years are we going to get? You know, how many more years are we going to get out of him? Okay, before if it continues, his behavior is going to probably get worse. He a dog though. I really don't mind his behavior if it's not messing with the team chemistry, the chemistry of the team. But if it is, I need him. He has to be traded. If it's not messing with it, that's look. I want him here if the chemistry, if his behavior isn't messed with the chemistry of the team. Okay, and there's a lot of stuff going on in the locker room, so you only could put two and two together and say, "Hey, okay, this got to be what's going on." It's someone AJ Brown because he's been showing it, right? So Nick Sirianni's in the mix, Devontae Smith's in the mix. I seen Hassan Reddick in the mix. So I've been seeing a lot of people in the mix, bro. So, yeah, man, they got to get it together. Okay, they got to get it together. Yeah, man, they got to get it together. If they were, you don't see the Niners as a juggernaut. Nah, I don't really see anybody as a juggernaut, honestly. Every team got whooped bad. All teams got bad losses at this point of the season. When the playoffs hit, anything can happen. If when you go into the playoffs, you have to come in there with a blank slate. Because it don't matter what you did. I promise you, none of that matters. Any team will go on a tear, and whoever's winning, who's ever going into the playoffs winning, yeah, it's likely, they're on fire. They got momentum. Okay. And it usually goes from there. So if we can win our next three and get some momentum and fix this, we still got time to fix this. Devontae Smith said we got 2 weeks. But if not, man, bro. Well, yeah, Gannon. Johnathan Gannon always wanted him out of here. You even look at, Johnathan Gannon lied about when he would he lied. I think it was after the NFC Championship game. He said he was coming back, and then he decided not to.
Philly's keeping me. We're good, bad, or indifferent. I'm staying here.
He said Philly's keeping me, good, bad, or indifference. I'm staying here. Next thing you know, Johnathan Gannon is being they left him at the Super Bowl and told him, "Hey, go sign with the Cardinals." The Super Bowl's in with the Super Bowl's in Arizona. They left him there after we lost the Super Bowl. This dude was horrible in the Super Bowl. This dude was so horrible in the Super Bowl. And I want to show you guys just it'll be 2 plays from Johnathan Gannon. It's going to sum up his entire tenure here in literally 2 plays. All right. Here's Johnathan Gannon, right? And this is us against the Jaguars. And they pretty much, their offense went in motion. It was like a fake motion. You see this guy right here? He's going to go on a fake. He's going to act as if he's going to the other side, and he's just going to cut back, right? And he's going to be wide open. This is early in the season last year with Johnathan Gannon. Okay, this play will come back to haunt us because in the Super Bowl, they did the same thing, and they got 2 easy touchdowns from this, right? And then they did it on the other side of the field right here. Okay. It's funny to me how Johnathan Gannon did not correct this when it happened earlier in this same season. And in the Super Bowl, it came back to crush us. I mean, this dude was his philosophy was extremely flawed, okay? Because he didn't have any good competition to put it up against. Okay. And anytime he played an elite quarterback, he could not beat elite quarterback, pretty much, Johnathan Gannon. He could not do it. They always had him figured out. And in a Super Bowl, hey, Patrick Mahomes had him figured out. He does not beat elite level quarterbacks. Like, this dude was really horrible. Like, Johnathan Gannon, oh man, Johnathan Gannon, golly, he sucked at his job. Okay. I wanted him gone. I knew it would come back to bite us in the butt. I knew it. I felt the same exact way with Johnathan Gannon. Feel about Nick Sirianni, honestly. They're from the same tree, bro. I feel the same exact way. I feel more stronger about Nick Sirianni. But Johnathan Gannon, he just couldn't beat quality quarterbacks. And you look at our season last year. We didn't play any. We played Dak Prescott once. We lost to him. We didn't play any elite level quarterbacks until the Super Bowl, and we lost. Right. So, yeah, and I knew it, man, because the year before that, it was, some quarterbacks carving them up. Quarterbacks were going like 80 completion percentage on them. Like, what the hell? So we're getting Patrick Mahomes carved us up. This was before our Super Bowl run. The year before that, Patrick Mahomes carved us up. The guy from the Chargers Justin Herbert carved us up. So anytime we faced them elite quarterbacks, his defense was just not. They will light them up, and it happened. It happened in the Super Bowl, and I knew it because when you get into the playoffs, that's when you meet elite level quarterbacks. And I knew when we met an elite level quarterback, we're gonna get carved up, and they carved us the fuck up. We didn't stand a chance. Okay, well, against Patrick Mahomes, Jalen Hurts had to play the best super. He had to have the best performance ever, and he did. All right, he had one of the best Super Bowl performances from a losing quarterback in a Super Bowl ever. They're not gonna better take that away from him. So he had to have a near perfect, and the only thing is the fumble. Right outside of it, was perfect. It was such a perfect performance that's the only thing you could nitpick at, right? But dude was perfect in that game. He did more than enough for us to win, and we did. All right, but it's Johnathan Gannon, bro. His Johnathan Gannon defense couldn't stop nothing. They couldn't stop anything. He single-handedly cost us the Super Bowl, in my opinion, right? I do not like this guy. Then he lied about coming back to the Philadelphia. He lied about it. And then not only did he lie, during the time where he was supposed to be preparing for the Super Bowl, he was talking to the Cardinals. The Super Bowl was in Arizona, and you're finna take a job in Arizona. It just seemed so eerie to me that we lost that Super Bowl, and Howie Roseman told him to stay in Arizona, and he stayed there, a place where his employee was going to be is actually the same place where he's going to be a head coach at. So it was all too. It was so uncomfortable for me, right, to even relive, like, because it just didn't fit. It didn't. None of it made sense. It just seemed so shady. It seemed like there was something else going on. Like, God, bro, I mean, like he came out odd. Right. First off, okay, all right. So this is the timeline, right? So I want to say during our bye week, He went and flew out. Him and Shane Steichen went to Indianapolis. Johnathan Gannon went to Arizona during our bye week. So during their week off, they went and flew and met with teams. They will both wind up, being head coaches of these, these two teams that they went to go have an interview for. So they had the interview, flew back, right, during a bye week of the playoffs, during their week off. So that's cool. And we beat the Giants. Then we beat the 49ers, right? But in between either in between the Super Bowl and I'm pretty sure right after the Super Bowl, right after the 49ers game and the Super Bowl, between that time span, which is another week. So he had a week to, talk to the Arizona Cardinals. And I think that was prohibited. Okay. Because at this point, you're preparing for a Super Bowl. You already interviewed. There should be no more talk. Okay. So they kind of broke the rules there with the little they were having conversations that they shouldn't have been having. Okay. He should have been focused on the Super Bowl. He wasn't focused on the Super Bowl, and we lost. Okay. I'm placing all the blame on Johnathan Gannon. I wanted Johnathan Gannon. I wanted him gone, bro. And it's always somebody. Man, bro, I wanted him gone. I mean, come on, bro. I wanted him out of here. I wanted him out of here. It just really upsets me because the guy that cost us the Super, and I knew it was going. I knew he would be the reason we lose the Super Bowl or just lose in the playoffs. I knew he was going to be the reason we lost in the playoffs if we would have lost. Let's say if we lose, I know it would be because of him. Of course, I thought we were going to win the Super Bowl. I thought we were going to win it all. But let's say, okay, if we lose, what would be the reason? The only thing was Johnathan Gannon. I knew he was the only thing stopping us from possibly losing. And it came to pass. I mean, the defense was horrible. The defense could not stop. The defense couldn't stop them guys. Yeah. And now here he is, okay? And actually the NFL came out and spoke about this and nothing happened. No, I think the Arizona Cardinals gave us like a 5th or 6th round pick or something. But yeah, nothing was even done. Okay. I mean, it was nothing. I mean, you guys give us a 1st round pick next year for this? Yeah, what's up, Junior? Yo, what's up? What's up, Jesus? What's up, cool cat? Us Eagles fans are just sitting on the ledge of a bridge and hoping we don't fall. Bro, I hope, man, they got 2 weeks to figure it out, man. They got 2 weeks to figure it out. They got 2 weeks to figure it out, bro. I like the 5-man front. Yeah, and I like the 5-man front, and I also like how Patricia, he isn't afraid to blitz, like or not even blitz, but he's aggressive with his play call, right? So he can give you illusion. He'll use that 5-man front, and he'll have probably like a corner, and he'll have everybody else pressed against the line of scrimmage. Well, pressing the receivers, and it looks so crazy, bro. Because and there's one safety, and you got one safety. Everybody else is right at the line of scrimmage. Right now, with that, you don't know who's blitzing, you don't know who's dropping back. So yeah, I like the 5-man front, bro. I like the 5-man front. I like it a lot. I like that 5-man front. I'm not gonna lie. I would just stay in the 5-man front. I would honestly stay in that 5-man front, bro. That's my favorite formation from the defense. Uh, but Gannon, I never liked this dude. I never liked him. Okay, I never liked him. And when a coach isn't good, you're gonna know. Okay, you're gonna know. Johnathan Gannon could not beat good quarterbacks, and that it was been heavily documented. Okay, even when we our playoff run, well, I can't even call it a run. We lost to Tampa. We lost to who? Tom Brady, right? We seen Justin Herbert that year. We seen Patrick Mahomes that year. Yeah, the scheme just could never beat elite level quarterback. So I knew we were done. I knew eventually it would have to be. You know, sometimes you have to identify the weaknesses of your team. Okay. So you can better have a broader understanding of, you know, where, the deficiencies. Okay. Right now, the Philadelphia Eagles, we're healthy. We can make a run. Don't get me wrong. We can make a run. But the coaching staff Matt Patricia, we probably got something with Matt Patricia. So we'll have to get the offense right, and man, I don't trust Brian Johnson or Nick Sirianni, and I don't think some of the players even trust him at all. I think Matt Patricia's solid though. Okay. I think Matt Patricia's solid. So if anything, I could definitely see him in a bigger role on the team. All right, he came right in. Matt Patricia was just, you know what they did? They went and tucked Matt Patricia away. Okay, gave him a random ass job title, and as soon as something hit the fan, they had him in the background. I like coaches like that. I like coaches with a lot of experience. Okay, you got to keep those type of guys around. We need somebody else. We need an experienced play caller over here. All right, like we need something. We're gonna need an experienced play caller. Yeah, because right now who what play callers do we is Nick Sirianni better than Kyle Shanahan as far as play calling or just being a head coach? I don't know. I don't think so. You look at a Kyle Shanahan with the Philadelphia Eagles, right? You'll see a whole entire scheme. And you talking about running the ball. You would never have to tell the Kyle Shanahan type of a team to run the ball, right? So, man, it's it's just man, a coaching staff, the offensive scheme, it's like bad, bro. Honestly, it's not. It's not up to par, right? But the stats are coming strictly from the players just being better than other players, right? It's not a scheme to where I feel like you can take it to you where you can just plug players in. It's not a scheme you can just plug players in and they'd be effective. No, whatever they're doing is heavily dictated on the talent of the players. That's all. I mean, because you look at most of the time, there's nothing for Jalen Hurts. There's nobody for Jalen Hurts to throw the ball to when teams are blitzing. Now you got long developing routes. So when teams are blitzing, it's like Jalen Hurts got to, use his legs to try to extend plays and break tackles. And it's all the players that's doing all the work. Okay, and at a point in the playoffs, bro, you're going to need you're going to need coaches or play callers that can scheme players into open space, and they don't have to. I mean, they do it with screens, but the screens is coming. So I mean, I don't know, man. They don't scheme these guys. It's not good. And I don't know how many other ways. It's extremely alarming. And again, that's the coaching staff. That's the coaching staff, So But Jonathan Gannon, he was part of this. He was part of this coaching. He's part of the Nick Sirianni coaching tree. Shane Steichen, I wish we still had Shane Steichen. But I don't think Jonathan Gannon pans out as a head coach. I don't think Nick Sirianni pans out as a head coach, honestly. But yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's just especially with a Jonathan Gannon, his team right now is bad. I know they're rebuilding, but his team is horrible. His team is absolutely horrible. I don't know what he's going to go get a quarterback, and he's going to have to get a quarterback. He's got to rebuild that team. And I don't think he's going to be able to do it. Really hope there's a trade back for AJ Brown. I want him back. I mean, bro, how was he in? I mean, I don't know, bro. There's a lot going on with AJ Brown, like off the field, as far as just not even off the field, more so on the field and with the team in general. And nobody really knows like what's going on. So there's a lot of speculation. But man, I think there's some I think he's causing some drama, man. Or not even drama. I would say I think he's causing what's a better word to say it? Distractions. Okay. I think he's causing some distraction. Patricia Valid, yeah. I like Patricia. You could have the Avengers on D, but if there's no one to tell them what to do, they would think, oh yeah, that's fair. That's fair. And vice versa, though. You also need the players, and you need players too. The coaches need players. The players need coaches, right? Ain't no way in hell you talking about trading. Bro, I've been saying this since like week 2 or week 3, right? I don't even know, nigga. I ain't even finna the whole time. I'm finna send your ass to the loser lounge. I'm finna just ban you because you sound like a clown anyway. He came in here with a whole paragraph. Come on, bro. Anybody trying to hear your ass talk, nigga? Ain't nobody trying to even hear you like do none of that, bro. I don't even care, man. Like that's funny how people come in here and they be hurt. Y'all be really hurt, bro. This ain't even that serious, honestly. It ain't even that serious. It just show like just how this just show a dude mindset. He come over here like, just crying, hurt. Like these dudes, they got like some type of I don't even know what to call it for AJ Brown, bro. That shit kind of weird, bro. That shit kind of weird. Bring Peterson back. Yeah. He was our only notable receiver to keep us though as contenders. Man, I mean, off the field, I know he was good off the field. I never heard of no like he. But I don't know, man. He a cool. I don't know, man. He seemed like he seemed like he cool personally. But I know eventually we're not gonna. What are you gonna do with two number one receivers? We're not about to pay 2 number 1 receivers. So eventually, I can see the Philadelphia Eagles moving off of him, right? Especially if he's a distraction on the team. Right? Or some people would just like, I don't know, some people probably just deal with that. Some people will probably just deal with, that type of right behavior from people, but that show you the type of person they are. If you could look at it, you could actually see a person on your team that's a distraction to the team, right? And that can vary from a number of different things. And to not even point out not one instance or time where you can possibly be able to say, hey, you know what? I think right here he was doing too much. Or, you know what? I think he shouldn't have did this. Or, all right, there's a better time and place. To think that everybody's perfect. None to think that he's perfect. Right? Everybody there's these guys they get paid to, put their lives on the spotlight. All right. So this is what comes with it. Okay. So it's not like I'm not doing something that anybody else isn't doing, right? But at the end of the day, everybody's entitled to an opinion. These are athletes. This is what they get paid to kind of. This is part of their job description, man. They get paid a lot of money, so naturally, when you're on the field on national TV and you're performing, okay, that's why it's best for some of this stuff to be kept in house, to where the media doesn't see it. Okay, right? You handle all of that in the locker room, so now you don't have the media knowing that there's something going on. You never let the media know what's the internal stuff. We all know. So nigga, what the hell? This is like public. Like this is something that's ongoing, right? So I don't see how this shit has been going on since the beginning of the season. I'm not an Eagles fan. You don't know why you here. Okay, well I'm finna ban you, bro. You don't know why you here. Well, let me help you get lost. All right. He still have Ozil, who they don't use much. Weapon X, who would you like to have as offensive coordinator for the Eagles? Man, golly. I would first person I would say is Eric Bieniemy, because he was with the Chiefs and he got a track record of being in the league and he's a player coach. So if I can get a coach that played in the NFL as an offensive coordinator, then that's probably what will be my bet. There's some right now to be him for sure. I think when I say Lincoln Riley, I think he coached Jalen Hurts in college, and his offense and his playbook was, man, to pair those two guys back together. That'd be interesting. They say, God, you really don't know who's really on the market. It's really tough to even find offensive coordinators and head coaches, so sometimes it's best to be right. You got to be content with what you got a lot of times, honestly. Try to build off of that. But you always have to upgrade. It's all about winning. And I'm sorry, bro, when you're in Philly right now, it's about winning the Super Bowl. So it's going to be, man, it's through the roof right now, the standard. And so it's going to sound tough, right? It's going to sound tough when, the standard is Super Bowl, right? We're in a different bracket of conversations, honestly. Okay, I'm talking about Super Bowls. Y'all, the casuals talking about, oh, well, let's keep the receiver around because, I don't want to not have him, or even if they don't care if this guy's a distraction, he could be the sole reason that we lose in games, and they wouldn't care, bro. It's like people get so emotionally invested into these players to where they stop caring about what's best for the team. They stop caring about what's best for the team, right? And then you start siding with players, or right at the end of the day, it's about the Philadelphia Eagles. But yeah, again, I don't really know who's going to be out there. I don't even know. There's really not a lot of names out there, honestly. But hey, you got Frank Reich. I don't know. You don't let go of Nick Sirianni or Brian Johnson for Frank Reich. But hey, if Gannon was still in Philadelphia, y'all defense would be way better. Just like no, we would not be way better. I got to cut you off right there. We would not be way better. We would not be way better because Johnathan Gannon was horrible against good teams. Dude had that elite level defense that we had, right? That historic defense that we had, right? There's one caveat, and that's they did not play any elite level quarterbacks. What besides Dak Prescott and Patrick Mahomes, and we lost both of those games. And I'm not even saying Dak is elite, because we could have beat Dak, but when the top tier, okay, I'll put Dak in the top tier. The top tier quarterbacks, we He did not beat them at all anytime during that year. So I think it was a fluke, man. That year for Johnathan Gannon was kind of a fluke defensively. Okay. I mean, we didn't play any elite quarterbacks. Right. I don't want to discredit what he did or what the players did, but man, the proof is in the pudding. Okay. If you don't, he can, the great quarterbacks got his number, bro. The elite quarterbacks got him beat. Yeah, and it's a tougher season. So I mean, they're still 11-4. But my whole thing is this, okay, if you're 11-4, what is there to be mad about? What is there to be upset about? What reason do you have to not talk to the media? Why is Devontae Smith in the locker room? They're all unhappy. Why is Darius Slade, saying that, they're players are upset? What the hell is going on, bro? But that's crazy. It's a lot of turmoil. But that's your stream, guys. Let me know how you feel in the comment section. I'm out.